When Grainger talked about the joys and sorrows of other people, he was often talking, I think, consciously or otherwise, about his own joys and sorrows. Perhaps we all do this to some extent. But here is Grainger in a 1957 BBC interview talking about the reasons for Grieg's bitterness in old age.
He was very disillusioned, and what shall one say, he was a very undignified man. I mean, this is a typical thing. We went up a hill where there was a restaurant up at the top, and Grieg was quite happy. And a German-American came over to speak to him and said in a drunken voice, "We're so proud of you, and we think of you always," and all that. And Grieg said to me, "There, that's it. If I get any praise from anybody, they're always drunk."
Marvelous.
And then another morning, he'd be peering down at the earth, and he'd say, "No, I can't understand them. I can't understand the ants. I don't know what they're trying to do."
But why was he disillusioned, though? I mean, he had fame.
Because
and
his three best works, the folk songs opus 66,
were only played
and
by Percy
the
Grainger.
Lost in the Hills for baritone, two horns and strings, and the symphonic dances,
Yes.
and the album for male chorus opus 30. They were never done in his time in Norway.
What's that piece for two horns, did you say?
Lost in the Hills, literally taken by the hills.
Really?
They believe that the hills opened up and closed on people.
Well, that's
Begins. That was done in Copenhagen when Grieg was a young man.
And Grieg really felt very bitter that these pieces weren't played.
He felt very bitter about everything.
Did he?
Well, I don't mean bitter in a bad sense, but he felt very pained about everything. But of course that's true of all Norwegian poetry. It's one long
Moan.
the hero's moan, not a weakling's moan, but the sadness of a hero.
Now, you don't need a master's degree in psychology to see that Grainger there was also talking about his own bitterness and disillusionment.